Hi guys, let's overwrite this system. This is Mate, right? A quick look at Mate. And then we're going to overwrite it with the next in the list. What we're doing is we're making videos explaining all kinds of things while installing a certain desktop. ArcoNet is a great ISO. Everything is possible there. And all we need to do is download the ISO, burn it on a USB, select either Intel AMD or NVIDIA or something else if those first two do not work. And then we're gonna go for the ArcoNet Advanced, which means we have the thing to select the desktop. If we forget to do that, we just get SDDM. And that's cool because you can say, go to TTY, git clone your scripts, run your scripts, boom, you're in control. So that's not a bad thing, but if you forget, right, you're stuck with SDDM, and then you have to type, for example, sudo pacman-s xfc4 xfc4 goodies, or mate and mate extra, or dbing and dbing extra. You have to get a desktop in. Simple as that. Pieces. So, what was the next one? Nimdow. After Mate is alphabetically Nimdow, and that's one of the last developments we've made, and certainly worth if you are into, of course, if you are into tiling window managers. Then we go for online, for install grub, for example. We quit this thing already. I've explained all these options already in all the other videos, so each installation video explains a little bit, that is something else, something different. And here we are going for Nimdow. Again, Nimdow is not something complete, right? It's not a desktop, it's a tiling window manager. And we grab the terminal from here, we get the power menu, and yes, it has a configuration, and so on and so on. You can deselect things in here, say, I don't want that. And voila, you select more and more and more and more. That's Calamares. You can't remove things. That's later on. After rebooting, you make a script, and ArcoLinux Nemesis is an example of that. Number 400 says remove this, remove that, and then later on you say add this, add that. Let's erase. Let's go for swap with Hibernate this time, and voila, let's go for the usual prompts here, or parameters, because basically these are all parameters and they are used in here. My name is somewhere in here, and that will be the username with the password and all that, and the packages that will install. It's all part of Calamares somehow. That's my password. Something Chinese. You know what it is. If you know my name, you know my password, right? Here's some modules that we're using. You can have a look at all these things, and then voila. So Nimdow, right? Desktop 1, desktop 3, desktop 4, desktop 2. Ctrl-Alt-F. Is there something available on the ArchWiki? Let's have a look. That's the first reflex. ArchWiki, Nimdow, blah 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 blah, and there we are. Yeah and no, right? It's not the ArchWiki like we know from XFC. This is an application. It's not going to go to a wiki page. This is actually the one that might interest you. So Nimdow, it's written in Nim. It sounds like window. If you mix around the letters, it's almost window, right? But it's Nimdow because of the window manager written in Nim. And there's a Discord channel you can join. I'm joined there because when developing it with Drunken Alcoholic, and he's the guy who really did all the lifting, so to speak, right? He made a beautiful bar up there. So have a look at our Nimdow thing. And here are some screenshots that people have provided. A warm explanations. But of course, we have our way of doing things. We have packages, repos, and we go to ArcoLinux D because we want to learn about the desktop. Then we go to the website, the D for desktop. Okay, so phases. I don't know if I can actually access already, or it's too small. That's possible. And yep, we can see it. So phases, let me try to do that again, slower. Nimdow. So that's indeed the correct link. What is Nimdow? And here are all the videos, 10 videos I've made about Nimdow already. And let this be the number 11. We are just the user in a sense. You can always ask questions, sure, but here are the issues, right? If you have problems, then it might be a bug, or it might be not present yet, enhancement, right? They might need information from our end as an end user. We have an issue on Arch, but not on SUSE, not on Red Hat, right? For example. So yeah, they might ask you some questions, and here are pull requests, the meaning people think this is the code to solve it. Please pull it in this project and make it part of the project. So this is interesting. Maybe the wiki. Yep, there is something. So it's, I think, they're starting to make it. So clicking the status bar, there's some things in here that maybe can deduct what you need to do. Here's something about the system tray. We'll see later on what we have. So that's the link. For the rest, we'll just have to wait, I guess, 55%, because Arch Wiki, Nimdow, I don't know, it did not come up. So just a package, that's the link. Another package on AOR. This is our link. I read it here. YouTube videos, ArcoLinux D, ArcoLinux B. This is somebody else, I think. Void Linux. So yes, you can install it there as well. Let's have a quick look. If we can. Blah blah again. Yep, I guess we need to see some advertisement first. Let's not do that. Yes, you can install it with ATT as well. Here is 6 monads, Nimdow. Never followed this link, wiki things and stuff. Okay, things and stuff. Tiny window manager stuff. Window managers, right? There are so many obscure tiling window managers. It's incredible. Oh my God, right? Remember Compass? And all the things, all the windows went up in flames. That was awesome the first time you saw it. Today we know it's there. This is a name that we saw in Nimdow on their webpage. All right, we've read it. And this, the thing, right? I can only say, read a lot, watch a lot of videos, learn a lot. Here's hyperlink, things I've never heard about, right? So there, probably with the, well, with Wayland moving up the ladder, so to speak, getting better and better, we'll see pop up more and more tiling window managers based on Wayland. So fun. And well, let's have a look. Nimdow. Enter. Remember, we have two kernels. There are these commands that we have to quickly get rid of a kernel, and remove is the word you need to remember. That's common sense, I would say. So let's get rid of this, let's get rid of that. And those are all new design from Drunken Alcoholic. That's, by the way, his tag name, right? He's not drunken and he's not alcoholic. So remove. You can remove quite a bit. One of the things is the kernels, right? Get rid of everything but the Linux kernel. We want to keep that one. And anything that's installed will be removed. Anything it knows, of course. If you're using something from the AOR, you can't know that. But the official ArcoLinux kernels will be removed. The headers, the Zen, and we're gonna keep Linux basically. But there is more. That's the kernel. There is something called Broadcom and Realtek. Those are drivers I don't need, and certainly not on virtual machine, so they can be removed as well. Makes the updates faster because of this thing, right? The make init CPIO is gonna make all these lines, and the more you get, the more things that are need to be built, the longer it will take, right? So remove. Another thing that's interesting is maybe conkeys. Maybe you hate conkeys just like me. No, don't hate them, but why do I need it on a tiling window manager? Not really. This is a conkey. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this thing down here is a conkey. So now I can't kill it because Super C is a key binding to kill it. But if it's not installed next time around, will not be there, right? Now, there are other things to remove. Let's debug. Interesting. If we're starting to build things with AOR, from AOR, with Yay, with Paru, with Packer, there are other things, Picao or something, right? So the Yay, let's go for it. Let's include knowledge, right? In every video, every installation video, something else pops up in your mind and I say, okay, AOR helpers. Remember it. Things change over time. Remember Yaourt, right? It changes and it gets updated and then it dies and then you need to change. So there's AOR, Our-Man, Pacao. That's the one I was thinking. Paru, Picao, that's the one probably, yeah, that's the one I was thinking. Trizen, Yay, Yaourt is no longer even mentioned, right? And there was another one that we used, Packer, whatever it was. But Yaourt is no longer mentioned, right? Remember? That one. So maybe the internet has a trace. Yaourt, yes. Le Yaourt. Sure. Linux, yes. Command line interface is complete. Compactman for installing software, but it's gone now. Still on ArcoLinux France. That's where it still is. Okay. History. So the debugging is if you build a package with one of those AOR helpers, it will create two packages, one with debug at the end, and we don't want that. We just want the package done. Maybe if you have microcode installed and you want to get rid of it, then it's going to remove the code, Intel U code in my case, because I have an Intel CPU, and otherwise AMD U code. Voila. So the rest is up to you. So Super X, let's reboot. So I have my key bindings again. We're out to log in into Nimdow. Some people don't like that. That's okay. So this is Ctrl-T, Super X, sure, it's there. Super Shift X, check. Super D, fun. Super Shift D, also there. And Super Shift Enter. Super Q is not there. Super Q and Super Shift Q. That's something I should look into, because it should quit the No. So super shift Q and super Q should work, unless sudo pacman -s I did something to the system. No, it's there. And btop is there as well. So let's have a look. Btop. So this can't be closed. Let's close it like that. Filter, and then sexy hotkey daemon is launched. So that's not the issue. And there might be something else. So worth investigating. And if there is something to be changed, a config will come in. And where will be the config? The config will be in etc skel. That's where the code is. When we update here, and we update in this folder, Nimdow. If there's anything to do, we'll do it with the next update. All right, enjoy Nimdow.